Hey everyone, this is Rueben Casserole. It's my take on a variation of the Rueben sandwich made into a casserole. So I want to get everything set up so you guys can see how I made this. So you only need a few ingredients, same thing you would need for a Rueben, but I'm going to make a new twist on it. I'm going to use onion rolls because I do not like rye bread, but you can use dark rye or light rye or onion rolls. I'm going to use onion buns. I got some deli corned beef. I got it shaved, not real thick. I'm going to shred it up really fine because I wanted to be able to spoon out of the casserole. I'm going to spray the baking dish with some non-stick spray, and my twist is some crispy onions on top. I've got Thousand Island dressing. You can use that, or a lot of people like mustard on their Rueben. If you like mustard, then swap that out for mustard. Got 1 can of sauerkraut and some Swiss cheese. Have my oven heated to 350 degrees. You can pull this together in 30 minutes, and you only need one dish, the pan that you cook this in. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer. I like to show you guys very easy weeknight meals for people who don't like to cook or don't want to cook. I don't know how you found me, but I'm glad you're here. Let me put you guys on pause and get the oven heated and get everything set up. Let's get cooking. Okay, I've lightly sprayed my pan with some non-stick cooking spray. If you're using mustard, use mustard. I'm just going to lightly put a little bit of Thousand Island dressing on the bottom so it won't be dry. And then I'm just taking my onion buns and I'm just shredding them just to cover the bottom. If you're using rye, then do the rye, light rye, pumpernickel, whatever kind of bread you like. I just do not like rye bread, so that's why I'm using onion rolls. When I order them out at a restaurant, I always get it on an onion roll. Even at work, they laugh. I have to make sure that mine is the one on the onion roll. A lot of Reubens, most of them are served with the dill pickle. I forgot to tell you guys. If you want to put dill pickle in here, you can go ahead and chop them up. First time I had this casserole, the person cut it up and put the dill pickle in here, but I'm going to serve it on the side as they do at a restaurant when you get your sandwich. So this is the third one. And I'm just covering the bottom of this to make sure it's evenly covered with the onion roll. So I'm going to be right back and show you the next step. Okay, so I used 4 onion rolls. I have a pack of 8, and now I'm just shredding the corned beef. And you can buy this in chunks or have your butcher or the person at the deli counter cut it differently. I have it shaved, so it's small. It's thinner slices, like for a sandwich, like you would get it on a true Rueben. And this is one of my favorite sandwiches to order out. And if you want to get it definitely really, really lean. I'm not using any of the fatty pieces because that's a deal breaker for me if I ever order another Rueben from a restaurant. If I bite into it, you see this is straight meat. And I get balls of fat or pieces of fat in there. It's not what I like. I like it really, really lean. And I'm just covering this up. And you can do 2 layers. I'm only doing 1 layer on this casserole. Some people like to do 2, where you do another layer of bread and cheese and all that. But I'm just going to do 1 layer. Totally cover this with meat. And I'm using sauerkraut without the caraway seeds. I do not like caraway seeds. That's another deal breaker for me. So get whatever kind of sauerkraut you like. Make sure it's really, really drained. And I forgot to tell you guys, you need some melted butter for the top. So I'm just covering this up with the corned beef. And I have about a pound of corned beef. That's how much I'm using. And I have a 8-pack of onion rolls that I'm using. So I'm going to use the whole pound because I'm doing 1 layer in this pan. You see it's not really deep. It's pretty shallow. So I'm just shredding this up with my hands. You can cut it with a knife if you like. I want you to be able to spoon this out. That's why I am doing it this way. I really don't want you to have to cut this like a sandwich. And for me, it really makes it really, really good as a casserole. And this is on the table in less than 30 minutes. As you see, this is a really quick, easy dinner idea. If you're looking for something, your family likes Reubens and you want something different, most people aren't hip to the Rueben casserole. So I've got this almost all the way covered. And then the next step is I'm going to cover it with Thousand Island. Like I said, if you like ranch, then if you like mustard, then do mustard. I prefer Thousand Island on mine. So that's why I'm doing Thousand Island. I'm being pretty generous with this because I don't want it dry. So it's taking exactly, I made this once before, 1 container of Thousand Island dressing. And then from here, I'm going to add the sauerkraut. And it's heavily drained. Don't want it to be watery. And that was 1 can for this 9 by 13. And then from here, I'm going to add my Swiss cheese. I'm just going to cover this totally with Swiss cheese. And I'm using the 𝐋𝐁𝐒𝐂𝐑𝐈𝐿, so it took about 1 pack. I'm going to break up pieces to make sure it's everywhere, and plus to use the whole thing. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Those that know me, welcome back. You know, I upload 2 videos a week. I always include an inspirational quote and tell a controversial joke. And I got a pretty good one for you guys tonight. So I'm just covering this up like this. And then now I'm going to add more bread to the top. And that's where I just break up more bread. And I'm going to pour butter over the top of this. So I'll get this all set up and come back and show you how to get this in the oven. Okay, so that took a completely 8 onion rolls. And now I'm going to drizzle some melted butter over the top. About 1/4 of a stick. Enough to lightly cover this with butter. Now my change on this, because there are no onions in a Reuben sandwich, but I thought it would be really nice to put a nice crunchy topping on top. So I'm using some French's onions that you would use on a green bean casserole. You can definitely omit this if you like, but trust me, this definitely makes it next level. This is so freaking good. As I always say, thebomb.com. And I'm so happy you guys are here. Thank you for watching. And I'm so grateful for all my subscribers. My channel is slowly growing. I've been doing this for a little over a year. Easy weeknight meals for the person who doesn't want to cook, doesn't like to cook, doesn't have time to cook. So I've got this all covered with the onion mix. I've got a piece of foil. I sprayed it so it won't stick. I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to take it off for 15. It's nice and bubbly. And it will be all set. And I'll show you how I serve this. Here you have it, the Rueben casserole. And the top of it is crunchy. I want you to have 2 different dimensions of texture because the bottom will be really soft. Because I layered it with the, I didn't cook the bread before I put the rest of the ingredients on top. If you don't like it, you know, soft and moist, you can definitely toast the bun or the bread or the rye bread that you use before you put it in the bottom of the pan. But I wanted you to have 2 different textures. And like I said, the French onion that I put on top, it's not necessary. It's not part of a Reuben, but I thought it would be a really delicious twist on a Reuben sandwich. So let me turn the camera around, get set up for my joke. Okay guys, here's my joke. The dentist. A guy and a girl meet at a bar. They get along so well that they decide to go back to the girl's place. A few drinks later, the guy takes off his shirt and washes his hands. He takes off his pants and again washes his hands. The girl says, watching him, says, "You must be a dentist." The guy, surprised, says, "How did you figure that out?" She said, "Easy. You keep washing your hands. One thing leads to another and they both make love. After they're done, the girl says to the guy, 'You must be a good dentist.' The guy, now with an inflated ego, says, 'Sure, I'm a good dentist. How'd you figure that out?' The girl replies, 'Didn't feel a thing.'" Wow, I thought that was kind of cute. Anyway, thanks for watching. God bless. Hope you guys have a great evening, and please come back for the next one. You know my channel is all about fast, quick, easy meals that you don't really have to stand on top of the stove and watch. So I hope to see you on the next one. Please hit the subscribe button, the notification button, so you won't miss any more of my videos. Thank you, and God bless.